Today's intervention class is going to continue to review important skills for Unit 6, where we're using algebraic expressions and equations. As you're working today with this video, please make sure that you record all answers to the teacher problems on the following slides. And you don't need to show your work, but I just want you to indicate that you watched the video by recording the answers from each problem. After watching this video, you're going to practice those skills on any of the student problems. Okay, for full credit today, you should have something written on all slides in this PowerPoint. First thing I'm going to do is go through how we can translate expressions. Okay, translating expressions is taking something from the word written form into numerical form. As you are doing this, you want to identify keywords that will help you decide the operation. In this problem, we see the word less than, and I would say less than represents subtraction. Okay. Less than is a tricky one because it's going to switch the order in which we write. So 6 less than is not 6 minus, instead it's minus 6. In an expression, if they say a number, that means something we don't know, and you can choose any variable you want. For this one, I'll represent a number by the letter M. So the expression 6 less than a number would be written as M minus 6. For problems here where it's asking me to translate, there's nothing else I need to do, and I would indicate that this is my answer. In this unit, we've been working a lot on evaluating expressions. If we're evaluating something, that means I want to know what does it equal. So I'm going to replace in this expression both of these values for these two variables. Be careful that you're putting the right value in the right variable place. By that I mean h equals 5, so I want to make sure I'm putting 5 where the h is. When I do this, I'm going to place that variable in parentheses to start. So h is 5 and b is 9. By placing that in parentheses, that helps me to remember that if there was a number with my letter, that is its coefficient. Coefficients multiply whatever the variable equals. So in the first part of this expression, when we have 3h, that's really saying 3 times h, which means here when I replace h with 5, this is going to be 3 times 5. Because b did not have a coefficient, I can just leave that as 9. Once I replace my variables, I'm able to then simplify these each to a number and solve the problem. 15 minus 5 will leave me with 6. The last thing that we're going to review today is how to solve expressions. Okay, as you've seen in each of these examples, there's been one special word in the directions each time. Okay, when we are solving, that means I want you to figure out what the value of the variable is. So in this problem, I want to know what number for m would make this true. If I rewrite this, this is m over 8 is equal to 45. Okay, this notation is showing another way of doing division. If I want to undo division, which I do in this problem, I'm going to multiply. The reason being because two opposite things will cancel each other out. So dividing by 8 and multiplying by 8 cancel out, which then leaves the variable m by itself, which is the goal of solving a problem. We need to make sure that we're keeping this balanced, so then I'm going to multiply on the other side as well. So my solution for this is m equals 45 times 8. I'll do out that multiplication. 8 times 4 is 32 plus 4. And this tells me that the solution to this problem is 360. When you're solving an equation like this, there's only one value that can make it true. This means that if I plug 360 back into this problem up top, and I rewrite this as 360 over 8, that does equal 45. When I solve this, 360 divided by 8 does give me 45, so I know that this equation is true. To keep in mind, if you see the variable being added, so if this was m plus 8, to solve, I would have to subtract. If I said m minus 8, to undo that, the opposite operation here would be to add. Okay, one other thing to keep in mind when we see a number next to the letter, so if this was instead 8m is equal to 45. Okay, remember that this 8 and that m are really multiplication. So to solve this equation, I would have to do the opposite there, which is to divide. As you continue to practice today, you're going to practice these 3 major skills in the following slides. Please make sure that you have recorded answers on all 9 student problems. When you get to the end of the PowerPoint, there are directions that explain what to do with any extra class time. Okay, please use this time to do any necessary makeup work. If you're not sure what you need to do, please open your Grades tab, look for any assignments that you scored poorly on, and continue to complete or revise them to bring that grade up. If you don't have any assignments for math class, you can use today to do other classes' assignments. And if you are all caught up, then please use this time to complete all of your iReady assignments for the week. If you have any questions as you're working, please feel free to email me and I'll respond when I have a free minute. Good luck today, and thank you for using your time wisely.